Welcome back to Bioscope with me, Mary Kate Masilela. And thank you so much for tuning into the channel. We're about to do our first Throwback Thursday for 2021. And I am talking about Kalushi, which was directed by Mantle Dube, who's one of my favorite South African directors. This movie you can watch right now on South African Netflix. And it's a biopic based on Solomon Mahlangu, Umkhonto weSizwe, ANC war veteran. I do believe this is a great movie for us to watch so we can know more about our apartheid history. Hashtag Black History Month. I do want you to like, subscribe, and comment down below and tell me what you think about the movie. Mwah! I hope you guys do enjoy your
njengoba ngitsembisile ke siyobe sikhuluma naye ke Mercade asitshela ukuthi ngiliphi noma ngiliphi ke ngiphi movie lesibukako elangeni lanamuhla Friday Mercade sifuna uphuma siyobukela lawo movies ngekuhlukahlukana kwawo then uyasitshela ke namuhla ukuthi ngiphi leyo movie lokufanele siphume namuhla ku weekend siya ku weekend then Leo movie Leo.
Kokuqala, happy Friday.
Thanks if you mean a game.
To you, especially to you. And Basekaya, ngiyabonga kuba nani, and welcome to Bioscope. And today we're doing a film review called Kalushi. I'm sure some of you have probably seen the people in My Morning Live and Expressos. They're starting to interview the actors and the directors about this film. This film is about Umkhonto weSizwe in the 1970s, and a young man called Solomon Mahlangu. The film is based off him. He's a young war veteran. He's basically from Imamelodi, and he didn't finish high school. He dropped out and he decided to join Umkhonto weSizwe because he couldn't finish school because of my riots at the time. Nakumbula Ibantu education. So I feel this film right now is very relevant because a lot of kids today, they disorganized about their value of education. They don't feel education is that important because besides, even though when you do get your education, a lot of young South Africans are jobless right now.
So you mean ukuthi ifilm leli lesingakhona ukuthi siye kuyobukela kule weekend le
It's coming out this month.
Okay.
Yeah, it's coming out this month. The film you can expect the beautiful Pearl Thusi. MT did a song about her. She's one of the best friend of Solomon Mahlangu. Well, she basically has a crush on him, or he has a crush on her. There's some sort of love interest going on. And the Solomon Mahlangu, the male character, is played by Utabo Ramati. He's a guy who you can expect from High Rollers. Do you watch High Rollers?
No, I won't lie. No, okay, because minimum movies like compared to music, so living funa kubuta nje before we get deep to this movie lesiyibuka elangeni lanamuhla. My movies ahlukanisekile yini like music, like music cinema genres. Because
of course, yes, we have action, we have romantic, we have comedy, we have horror.
So this one is a
biopic. It's based off a real story.
Okay.
Yeah, it's based off a real life South African hero. For once, I'm actually happy and excited because it's not another Nelson Mandela film. How many versions of Mandela can we watch? We have other like South African heroes, Paul Oliver Tambo, Steve Biko, and now finally we have in Solomon Mahlangu. And actually, the president is actually excited about this film. He's one of the endorsers.
And I'm sure ukuthi bakhona maybe lebe bangamati even yena lo Solomon Mahlangu. So it's some kind of gwadi labanye bamvu who were there who struggle apartheid.
That's the beauty of film these days. Especially you can learn something from a movie. It's not just entertainment. And for us as South Africans, like I said, we don't need another Mandela movie. We do need other South African heroes. It's about high time that we start our young youth which are coming up. They need to know more about true South African heroes. Mandela didn't do it alone.
Yes.
While he was in prison for 27 years, the whole world, South Africa wasn't waiting for him. So Bebakona people pushing on my rights, and especially this guy, he helped with a lot of the Ipanto education. And one of the relevance of this film is because the way he died. This guy, he died 27 years ago, but he was sentenced to death 36 years ago, and then died the following year. He was hanged, and he was the last South African being hanged. And this film is relevant, and it has so much power that don't sit down. Things will not just happen by themselves. If you fight, well, in every war there is a sacrifice, and unfortunately he was one of those sacrifices. But right now we're celebrating his life in a great way.
So after watching the movie, because I'm sure, as you said, you watched a trailer already. What the mindset yako while you were watching this movie? Yini le created after you watched it, yini isfundo or lesson lo ithola kuleyo movie?
Before I say that, let's play the trailer for Bantu Basekhaya, and then I'll tell you what I think.
Okay.
Let's go.
Prosecution please lay the charges against the accused before this court. 2 counts of murder and causing fear and distress in the public domain.
My name is Solomon Mahlangu. I live in Mamelodi, C2 Ndebele section.
There's going to be a match on the 16th of June in Soweto. I want you guys to come.
Soweto made us angry. It made me angry. Policemen killing children. What? Africans? We were tired of only having stones to throw while you shoot us with bullets. We were going to fight fire with fire.
Solomon Mahlangu and Mondi Motlang have a common purpose. They left the country together. They underwent military training together.
You're not mercenaries, you're freedom fighters. Are we clear?
And together, they terrorized the people of South Africa. They had a common purpose, and that purpose was murder.
Welcome to Pretoria Central Maximum Security Prison. When you leave here, it'll be in a coffin.
There is no punishment that you can lay out in this court. No law, no government can pass that will kill the will of the people. Because we will fight. We will continue to fight until all our people are free.
Somehow cishe lama films lawa eledikhathi ledi reflector back to lesikhathi selibandlululo cishe afana. They are emotional.
In what aspect?
Like njengoba ngitshela ukuthi it's gonna be emotional.
Yeah, you have to, especially if Makhule in that time, or if you were present in the time.
Yes.
Like we uyakhumbula lokuningi bantu bebafa, people from the streets, the segregation, the suppression from the apartheid government. So it will be emotional, but it's very important for us sikhumbule how far we have come in South Africa, because right now a lot of South Africans feel that yes, we have gotten human rights, freedom, but we haven't accomplish economic freedom.
Yeah.
So it is a relevant film for South Africa today.
And nangibukela futhi, it's a great work combining these two makala, like makalas now we are fighting racism, but then
especially,
this is the work lokhombisa unity. We see labanye la balelinye libala.
Good. That's Ulesian controversies when they go to Mkonto Bakombuti. Yes, there were white people fighting with us against the apartheid struggle. So yes, it does show we weren't fully alone. Yes, there were Indians, there were Coloureds, there were even foreigners helping us, assisting, especially the Russians and Mozambicans. A lot of other fellow countrymen did help us, which is again very relevant because the safarisha in the form in xenophobia.
Yes.
A lot of our fellow African men, we hate them, we hit them, because we feel like they're coming here to take up business, and I feel that's not right. It's been a long journey together, and now why are we fighting instead of helping and assisting each other as Bambin Tandla and just like seek a way forward?
Ngaphandle kwe input each and everyone lokuleyo race okhala ngabe le movie le sikhuluma ngayo nyalo ngabe asikhulumi ngayo. So that's why sibona lawo bantu labahlukahlukene kule trailer lebese ibukela manje. Lokunye lo tsingime umlaleli akwadi ngayo le movie le.
Last night actually there were the Rapid Lion Film Awards. I don't know yet who actually won what. I'll tell you guys next week. But Kalushi was nominated for Best Director and Best Actor for Utabo Rameti, and they were also nominated for Best Song. They actually did very well. I hope they actually picked up an award or two, but we'll find out this next week. And like this Sunday, Masaftas will be playing. I'm sure a lot. Because
bakhona labanye labasalele lolalele right now, but then agathi lawo Masaftas 16 just chaza.
Thank you. The SAFTAs are the South African Film Awards. They highlight what's been happening in the past year in the film industry. The SAFTAs are a celebration of everything in film, and we celebrate our upcoming productions. We celebrate our crew members, directors, producers, actors, editors, music, everybody, literally in film, makeup. They're very important because they show us what we have done to do better in the film industry.
So, how often do they help the
every year?
Every year.
And the award, the SAFTAs are basically a South African version of the Oscars. And in South Africa, instead of getting an Oscar, we get the Golden Horn. And it's a great privilege, and it does give you a stature as someone in the industry. You say, hey, I've accomplished this, and that means I've done well. And you see them, they've always end up being in better productions. You 1 minute from, let's say, Generations, and 1 second you'll be in Black Sails. You know, your stature does arise.
All right. So this year I will be, because they're
always in Johannesburg. But this weekend you can also watch them in TV. I think they're playing in SABC 2 or 1. I'm not sure, but you can check like your TV guide for that. But a lot of people always watch the SAFTAs for red carpet, who's like who's wearing what, who's wearing who. They're not interested about who gets the awards, you know. But the public can actually become very involved because you have you can vote in, but voting now it's over.
And we didn't hear anything.
We did speak about it in Apirike like a good 3 weeks ago, and last week we actually interviewed a SAFTA nominee. If you guys might remember, the director of Tina Sobabili, Ernest, he's nominated for being the best director, and his film is very beautiful. It's about two siblings and who live in the township together. They're raising each other, and one is a criminal, and one the younger sister is actually going to school, and the older brother is trying to support the younger sister to accomplishing education. But meanwhile, there are other problems of child molestation. The stepfather comes in trying to make the daughter a side chick. Meanwhile, but it's all like very South African and relevant. But the film came out last year, and usually if you win a SAFTA, the South African Broadcasting Association, they end up buying your film, and then later on the year you end up seeing the films. If you didn't get the chance to see the film, you probably will see in TV later on the year.
Okay, so that's the benefit of SAFTAs.
Yeah. It is a very great accomplishment, because in Shanghai with big investors, very big investors being at the award ceremony, and fellow other countries trying to, especially now, a lot of in Hollywood, let's be honest, Hollywood my concepts, they don't have script ideas. Even a lot of the shows are being shot here in South Africa right now. So they're looking for a lot of productions to work with, and South is one of those places for you to make those connections. But let's be done with that. One thing which I do have to say one more is we did a film review of For Outdate, and For Outdate has made more than 13 million rands, and it has broke a record in the Afrikaans genre, being like the most highest Afrikaans film. And have you watched Tell Me Sweet Something?
Not long.
Have you heard of it?
Yes, I heard of it, but then I didn't got a chance. It's
oh no, man. I mean, love is a 4-letter word.
No. No, I didn't watch that.
That film, it got released last month, and now the sales are and they've released a statement to say Love is a 4-letter word has made more than 8 million, which is very, very good for a South African black South African production within the first 3 weeks. I'm very actually proud that a lot of South Africans are going to the cinema and supporting South African productions.
Right, kombisa ukuthi lama movie industry la South Africa, we are growing kancane. So that's great.
In order for when we ubukela film, what do you want?
I'm not much into movies. I won't lie, but then I just need something here.
Or you like renting out?
Yeah.
Ubukele ekhaya alone.
I really outside angazi, so ngibukela ekhaya lele suwe sinalo that time. So I'm not specifically putting I'm watching this kind of film or this kind anything they call ekhaya, I just watch it. So and if maybe ngithole leso sikhathi leso sekubukela leyo movie.
I love films, and I think they're a great stress reliever. Being with your friends, going out, you can't do the same thing again, films are good to go out, relax, and see what's happening. Especially they're a great social way to find out what's happening in the world right now. So hambani kaya and go and watch Kalushi.
Right. So ngiko lokho ke lebesikuphethe ke ukalushi. So nalokunye nje lokuncane losanda nje ukungeta before siqhubekela phambili siyamto zakhe ngatoti nzaba 10 o'clock.
Ngiyabonga basekhaya, and thank you.
Thanks to you too. Maybe esengiqala nami ku
well, now you look like the type who does piracy. You download a film and the laptop.
No, sengla. But then it's sort of encouragement. If we are talking it's easier if maybe vele now you are on track, you are watching such things. But then I'm glad so nanyalo I'll be telling you next week.
I'll make sure.
Sharp. Thanks then, Merkate.
Sharp.
Tabuna PRK next week.